too far. I just want to hear it so bad, so bad. You're listening to the Yeah Come On show. And once again, we still do not have permission from Thunder to play Love Walked In Through the Door. And we must make money for many reasons. I have children. Brett has a big surprise. I know. My co-host. Wow. Unbelievable news. Unbelievable news this week. But the Yeah Come On show needs bucks. So if anybody knows those guys from Thunder, I've already sent them a detailed email, and I don't send anybody a detailed email, but I did these guys. And I did everything. I begged. I promised Brett that you would like sleep with somebody. Now there's like you can't. I told him that I would, I would just
maybe I can make that happen.
All right, you still got time. I told them I would kiss their ass. I would talk about the song. I would get them downloads. But still, right now, Thunder, it is our song. I'm sorry. It's our song, and I wish I could come up with another one. And of course I could. I don't want to. I want this. So it's going to be a thing. So if you're a Yeah Come On fan, if you love the Yeah Come On show, write to Thunder. Say we must have permission to play Love Walked In Through the Door. And I will say Love has walked in through the door, walked right into Brett Barney's back door, because I know for a fact you have. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm trying to keep it real, but I know for a fact you have backdoor sex. I'm sorry. I know what I know.
I mean, you're not a liar.
I'm not a liar. I'm not a liar. I have had it, not with my wife, but I have. But my wife knows on our 10-year anniversary, I'm going to tag it.
Bag it. Tag it.
Bam. I'm going to hit it as an experienced man. But the Yeah Come On show, and this is a great time to talk about sponsors once you've talked about, backdoor fun. Little anal sex, little sponsors, goes together hand in hand. I want to thank Ted Jenkins of OxygenFinancial.com. I want to thank 285.com. That's where you go for all your
285.
Yeah, Circle 285. It's been a minute. I apologize. Circle 285, don't cancel.
We've had some wild weeks, baby. We've had some wild weeks. We're about to talk about it.
Yeah, Daddy left off the Circle on the 285. I can't believe it did that. Circle285.com. Get your insurance quoted. I do have a friend that finally did it, and he's like, good God, I saved $700 a year. I'm like, yeah, you did, and you're with a great company. So am I. I'm with Safeco. Woo! They keep me safe. And then lastly, I want to thank Dr. David Markwell. He also of Ridgeline Counseling, a great sponsor of the Yeah Come On show. But, we're kitchen hell, and I will take full responsibility because we have been inconsistent with our shows towards the latter part of 2020. I will tell you that I had a vasectomy. I will tell you that I had a second, and I don't talk about this anywhere else, but on the Yeah Come On show, I had a second retinal detachment, if that's even possible. Both eyes, damn it. And I felt like crap. I was drinking eggnog, drinking liquor. I'm in hot water with my wife constantly because I just say and do stupid stuff. Shit. I'll just say it, shit. And right now she's proving a point because I got to take care of both babies. And I just needed a break from everything. And I got in trouble at work. We all know I got in trouble. And the shit's at ajc.com if you want to read it. I couldn't believe they did a summation of the year of Atlanta with all the radio personalities got blown out, stations canceled, and those suspended. Hello. And I'm a good person. I'm a great father. Although my kids don't get to bed on time, and I let them have treats behind mommy's back. And
that's what makes a great dad.
Yeah, I'm a great dad. My wife is ready to kick my ass.
Hang on. You hold on to the great dad comment right there. I got a story for you. We'll talk about it here in a second. You keep going.
I hope so. But I'm a good damn person. As a matter of fact, my brother sent me a Christmas gift today. I just got it, and it made me cry. I'm not going to lie. The guy made me cry. I haven't even talked to him yet, but he sent me a wooden box that he had made. On the front of it, it has Eagle Scout. And he had it made for me, and on top of it, it's wood cut out, and it says Stephen James Rickman, Eagle Scout, Troop 909, Jonesboro, Georgia, 1983, March of, and he had all the details. And when you opened it up, it was several things from my father, and it was my father earned the Silver Beaver, which is the highest award as an adult. Had my father's Scout handbook in there, the one he wrote in all his notes as a Scoutmaster. and had my Pinewood Derby car, and I won first place. I got second place. Let me get this straight. Hold on, give me a sec. Now, yeah, I was in the top 4, and I got third place in 1972 with my car, and in 1973 I won the Pinewood Derby for Pack 574 in College Park, Georgia. And my brother sent me my car. I didn't know where it was. He had it for some reason. So there are all these things that attached me to my past in scouting and to my father, and it just hit me. And my wife's like, "You bought him a 32-inch flat screen, and he bought you a box with an old crap in it." And I'm like, "Hold on, honey, you're out of line. You don't realize how important this is." But, long story short, you see people get let go. You see people get suspended or whatever. I'm telling you right now, there's just some angry ass people out there.
Let go.
Yeah, you got let go. But I'm telling you right now, we're performing. We're all performing. And if it got too edgy, it got too crazy, my apologies. If the joke wasn't funny, my apologies. But it's been a crazy ass year. And through all the hell of that, I just took a break, and it's not like us. We're both hardworking men. So I apologize to the Come On listeners. And I've seen a few comments. Here's my thing to you guys. If you like it that much to bitch, and I dig that you're bitching, get 5 of your effing friends to listen to this damn show. It would help. We need numbers, people. We need numbers. I can't count on just Brett Barney and his drinking buddies to listen to this shit.
I had someone today say, okay, I'm going to listen to the podcast. If I had to listen to one episode as the first episode, as my introduction, which one should it be? And I just started rattling off. I was like, well, this one was good. This one was great. This one was awesome. This one was this.
It's tough. It's tough which one to pick. Hard to put a
finger on just one to say, this one with this guest, or when we were doing this, or when we were eating hot wings doing trivia, or when we did ASMR, when it was just us. But then you had ones like when the Kimmer told a war story he's never told on the radio, and he's been on the radio for 50 fucking years. Come on.
Yeah, it's a lot. And then you look at people like John Rocker, whether you think he's old news or past news or whatever, I don't really care. The dude,
fantastic.
It was a moment in time, and I had all the info, and I, passed it along to my morning show, as the third mic to Larry and Erica, the regular guys, and they got to go on with Nancy Grace. They got to talk about John Rocker, but there's not one thing those two dudes, one dipshit, one intense dude, said that wasn't fed to him by one Southside Steve. I'm sorry, we all helped each other, but that was one time I think, you could have brought a brother in. And I went to New York for 10 days on the company's dime and was on the road with Rocker. I was there. I saw it, and I saw batteries thrown at the dude at the Mets game. I was 20 rows behind a home plate. It was all way too real. I saw the parking lot where no cars could park. I knew every New York City cop was working. I rode in the car with John behind the bus because he couldn't even ride on the team's bus. I went to his hotel room. I went through 4 checkpoints to get to his hotel room, which nobody knew what floor it was on, and it's just a moment in time. But people want to say, oh, it's old news. But you know what? You bring that guy on and you talk about that shit. It may or may not have ruined his career. It got in his head. He wrote a book. He's not even living in Georgia anymore because we're a goddamn purple state. Hell, we might be Democrat. I don't know. I don't know who's cheating who. But he left for that reason. True story. And then you look at people that we bring on that are Hall of Famers. You talk about the catch in the outfield, and we all, and probably the fastest Atlanta Brave next to Deion Sanders, and bring on one Otis Nixon. And Otis is a great friend and such a huge heart. And then you got people like Brian Finneran and
that's exactly what I was about to say. Finneran, like one of the greatest wide receivers in my time.
Yeah. He was a dude, number 86 on the Atlanta Falcons. You remember him, man. I've never seen anybody catch a ball with better posture. He's like totally straight back catching it.
Yeah.
I'm like, God dang, did you stand up against a wall your entire life?
There's a reason why he was put on the Madden Legends 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. Where you had to win enough Madden chips to have him on your team.
Yeah, because he's a go-to. It's like, he was a number two, number three receiver, probably third down, maybe a second receiver, but never a top receiver. He wasn't. But the dude, when you threw it to him, 9 out of 10 times he's going to catch it. It's how many times did the quarterback throw it to him? And he said Michael Vick. And God dang, you got to give Vick credit. Everybody talks about his running ability, regardless of what you think about the dude. But that dude could throw hard enough; he could break your fingers. I mean, an incredible, heat on the ball. But you're right. The Yeah Come On show's been lucky. We're going to have bigger guests. We're going to have same guests, but it's just a fun show. And I try to keep it real. I have a balance of what I do for a living and being on this show too. But I see so much stupid shit on the backside. I see people acting a fool. I listen to people say one thing in a meeting and then act another. And I'm just like, this Yeah Come On show needs to be as real as possible. So I will say, being real, totally real, my co-host, Brett Barney, I did not know you were getting engaged. You did not tell me.
I was going to tell you, though. I was at your house.
I know. Couldn't even believe it, dude. Brett Barney, here's what Brett Barney does at Christmas time. He shows up at your house with a gift.
No, yeah, it was the day after Christmas. Day after Christmas. Text you first. You never responded. I said, screw it. I'm up in this area. I'm going to do this now.
Yeah. My phone was being used by my son in the backseat of my pickup truck, and I was running errands with him. My wife was home with the baby. The baby was asleep. My wife's watching a monitor. She's completely naked in the shower, and Brett Barney shows up at my door, and I'm probably about 15 miles away, and my wife tells me that you're there, but I still don't know. My son can look at the phone. If anything comes up, a phone call or anything that Daddy needs to know about, he will flick it. It's gone. He's watching his programs on Daddy's phone. And I'm like, good Lord, son. So I had no idea. And, and it really upset me because I have a gift for you. I have two gifts for you. I have cash and liquor. Tell me what else
two gifts I really like.
I bet. I mean, why would you not want? And I'm talking cash. I don't have to write a check. I can, but I've got liquor too. So, and that's Legends, who we've had on this fine program. They've got a fantastic vodka, and Legends has a fifth for you that I have in my house. I won't let anybody drink.
And their bourbon just won another award.
Yes, the bourbon. That's right. And they even had they launched a bourbon over the holidays. I couldn't make that either. But it's just a lot going on, but you didn't hit the Ring doorbell that I know of. My wife said you didn't. She said she heard the chime and saw you. And then I guess you waved and she's like, oh my God.
We didn't see your truck. So I was like, okay.
And you know where my truck was? I'm in it. And here's the other place. I'll go ahead and tell you. My truck, when I'm not in it, is in my garage. My truck clears the top of my garage by 1.5 inches. It is 1 inch from the wall, and I'm not kidding on these inches, and 2 inches from the front of the garage, and it fits. And it's unbelievable to put it in there. So I've been putting it in there just because I'm not driving it. But that one day, I picked the one day to drive, and my son has my phone when Brett Barney brings a Christmas gift. Who knew?
I'm sorry.
Well, I want to show you the Christmas gift.
I didn't. Yeah, you didn't even text me. I was like, did you open it? Did you what?
Well, I waited.
Do you like it?
No, it sucked. Your shit gift. No, I'm kidding. Here it is. Actually, it's a top gift. And here's the picture. And you talked about me being a fantastic dad. Heroes don't all wear capes. And I love that part. You don't have capes. They are called dads. So some superheroes just don't have the capes. They're daddies. And this picture you have of us at Halloween in our Catboy outfits for my youngest son. I'm Gecko, Mommy's Owlette, and Brooks is Catboy, which he still wears. And I know it's way past Halloween and it's tacky, but he wears it.
Who cares?
I put this picture next to my flat screen right here. So every morning that I'm doing my professional job, I stare at my family so I don't say anything stupid to get fired.
Well,
Seriously.
You know what? People
there it is. I look at the people I love and I go, don't say anything stupid that some idiot, I just don't want to be an idiot. I don't want to get fired. So there you go.
So people can talk all the smack they want about the gift that I got you. But you know what I did? I did the podcast. We did this, like a month or so ago. And you said to me, we were just talking afterwards. You said, "Oh man, I feel like I'm having to play Super Dad." And I was like, "Bingo, there's the gift right there." And I
Oh,
went and found a small business that makes custom picture frames.
oh, this isn't something that you get at Walmart?
No,
This is really custom?
yeah, because I
Oh
wanted to support
God.
small business. Like, to be honest, that's all I've been doing is trying to find small businesses all throughout the Christmas season. And I went and found a custom picture frame, had it made, paid somebody probably more money than I should because it would have been much cheaper if I went to Walmart. But you know what? It was worth it because
Wow.
somebody deserves it. And I'll be honest, like, my people in my family, my dad was an entrepreneur. So was my mom. I mean, Steve, you're an entrepreneur. I'm surrounded by you guys, small businesses. My fiance, I'm saying that now, was the weirdest thing when I first got a text being like, "I love you, fiance," and I was like, "What the shit did I just read?"
I never even learned how to spell it. I know I assume it starts with a V or an F. Fiance, fiance, V, F, right?
So what I've started
It's not even
doing
a word in my vocabulary, but when I called my wife fiance too, it was just weird as hell.
when I
Is it, what does
text
it
her,
start with?
I just
Spell fiance. Do you know how to spell it?
FINAN. This, yeah. See, I'm somebody that has to write it down.
No, it's
FIN.
an F. It's not a V.
No, it's a F.
I know.
I know it has the E, the
F
French E
I
on the
F
back.
I A N N A C E.
Yeah, people are gonna definitely judge me for not being able to spell that, but like legitimately, if I'm writing, I can write this stuff. But if off the top of my head, I'm sorry, I just can't.
Doesn't matter. I can write mine right now. WIFE. Wife.
Nice. That's all that matters, right?
Yeah, I can do that. But no, the show, we've got things to talk about. Obviously, we have some Christmas topics we need to get into, and we're going to tell it like it is. What the hell? But you're engaged, dude. It's so crazy that you. First off, I don't think have you been dating her a year?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It
Over
was
a year.
that okay. I just remember the great heartbreak of Germany.
Yes. And I think you tweeted out and I retweeted. I was like, well, it didn't take this one to Germany, so it had to work, right?
I thought that was funny as hell, by the way. Yeah.
God.
And I was like, good Lord. And then I thought, a part of me is like, what is Brett doing? And then a part of me is like, why shouldn't Brett be doing this? Because a lot of people, in their mind when they get married, it's like when you find love, you got it. And when you realize, I don't want to stick it to anybody else. I'm done. This is the one. Game over. This is the person I can see in a white dress. This is the person I can see, in a delivery room giving birth to my boy or girl. This is the person I can grow old with or die with, or the last, my last frontier, so to speak. I think that's awesome. That's the hardest choice in the world. I think some people half-ass it, which is why they've been married 3 times.
I'm where I'm sitting right now doing this podcast. About a foot to my right, I set up a video camera. I'm not gonna lie. We went out the night before and I was a tad bit hungover, and she probably was too. And basically, what happened, I didn't tell anybody that I was going to do this. My mom knew, my brother knew. Actually, I tried to call my brother, he didn't answer. I texted him and said, "Yo, I'm about to propose, just so you know." I told them months ago that I was buying a ring, and we were heading back to her house. We had separate cars, and I knew this was like going to be the perfect time. And she was like, "Hey, I'm stopping to pick up some food. 10-minute window." I was like, "Perfect. I got this time." And I was actually wearing this shirt. It was from Caleb Cargill from Harbor Traditions, who we had on the show. I ran in the house real quick. I changed and put on a button down, had the front door open. I set my phone over here, started taping, and you can see like in the video, my face is white because when I was packing my bag, the ring was hidden at my mom's house in one of my gun safes, and I was just like, okay, I hope she doesn't see this. I slipped it into my bag. All right, perfect. I threw the bag on the bed, ran here, set everything up. I moved the ring. And then next thing I know, I couldn't find the ring, and she was pulling up in the
No.
driveway.
Oh
And I'm
no.
sitting there, I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And I'm going over all this stuff in my mind. I'd called her mom. I was like, later today, I'm gonna ask your daughter to marry me. She gave me her blessing, everything. I started freaking out. I found the ring. She walked in. She has a bunch of stuff, and I was like, I think you should just set this down for a second.
So did she just have just her mother? Is her father passed or
Her father
gone?
passed away.
Oh my God. Her father's gone. Your father's gone. My father's gone. Where do we get our dads? What happened to our daddy?
Exactly.
Oh, that's a shame. So that's so. How long ago did her father pass?
uh, I don't want to get too deep into her backstory, but
Years?
uh,
Just say years or
yeah,
months.
years, 18 years ago.
Oh my God, what a long time. Here's the weird thing. And it's not even about her dad or the time frame as much as it is your guy, you want to do the right thing. So what do? You go and ask, especially for a daughter, you go speak to the father. So the father's not there. So you're like, okay, I've got to talk to the mother. But you did the right thing. You have to talk to one of those parents. And most people, I don't know. Maybe it's a tradition, that's gone by the wayside. But everybody I know with a successful marriage went to the in-laws to be and ask permission. So I think that's great. And her mom obviously digs you and knows how much her daughter cares about you. So she was good with it.
Yeah, she was cool with it.
She wasn't disappointed and goes, "Oh my God, she can do better." None of that.
No, she definitely could do better. Let's be honest. I'm not even going to joke about that. She 100% could do
I
better,
mean,
but
more money, bigger penis. I mean, there's a lot of
oh
ways we
yeah,
could
oh
go.
my God, more fit. Like the, I mean,
Less, less,
the list, yeah, the list
less hair.
goes on. Yeah, less hair, more hair. Yeah, oh, dude, yeah, because I'm a hairy fool. I'm
Yeah.
a Barney, but yeah, I called her, asked her. I said, hey, I'm assuming you probably expected this call at some point. I want to marry your daughter, and I want to ask her today. And she put me
Damn, you're not supposed to do
on the
that.
phone.
Shouldn't you go like a week early or 4 days early? You don't ask her day of on the phone, and you did it on the phone, not even in person.
I had to. Her mom cannot hold a secret.
Oh, all right. You're in the same. Okay. See, I was about to beat your ass up, but you know what? Not your fault, Brett Barney, co-host of
But
the
here's the thing. I know. See, the thing is, I knew this, so
You did the right thing. My father-in-law cannot keep a secret either. So I waited till 3 days before and went to him and swore if he told a soul, I'd just pound him, with I don't know, I can't beat my father-in-law up. That's horrible. But I like, please don't ruin this. But I asked my mother-in-law at the same time. So I waited 3 days out. I felt like if the dude could keep a secret for 3 days. So I get it. Now that makes perfect sense. People don't think about that, but sometimes the in-laws can't keep a secret.
well, see, the thing is, I bought the ring like a couple months ago, so I've had it.
And I'm kind of upset you didn't go to D. Geller and Son, who I proudly endorse.
So,
Because if you did, I could have got you a better deal,
well,
and that would have been really cool.
it wasn't about like going to the right place and getting the best deal. It was the fact that since we've been together, and to be honest, I knew within the first week or two, I was like,
That's what it's about.
this is, it was
I knew
crazy.
within
It
a
was
week.
like when it hit me like a bag of rock, bricks, rocks, whatever you want to say, sand, like, I want
How
to
about a
make
bag of feathers? Nobody ever says that.
that would hit you much less harder. But yeah, it hit me and I was just like, okay. And so every time, like, we had discussed it obviously prior, and every time she
So
had
you think
mentioned,
she knew it was coming?
I think she knew it was going to come at some point, but not at that moment.
That's what my wife said. She goes, I figured you would ask at some point, but I didn't. I had no idea you'd do it that day or this soon.
Yeah. And so, yeah. So every time she mentioned anything about it or brought it up or mentioned a ring or something on Instagram, because there was this people that she liked that make them, that do
She
these
goes to
custom.
Jared Jewelers, doesn't she? She's a mall
No,
shopping jewelry person. You went to Jared, didn't you?
no, I actually did. It's this custom mom and pop shop out of Alexandria, Virginia.
Oh my
And
God. Okay.
yeah, and which, keeping on my small business stuff, I was like, okay, that's perfect for me. And every time she would mention something, which, guys, if you're single, take a note. This was probably the smartest thing I ever did. I put a note in my phone, and I would go find what she was talking about, take the link, save it, and then I just started building a feed of like, how am I going to do this? What is going to be right? What's the size? just little stuff like, she got a ring from her great grandmother or something. And I was like, oh, what size is that? And, things like that. Just dumb little questions, just made it along the way. And then I had the whole thing set in my mind, and her mom said yes, her stepdad said yes. They told me they love me and all this stuff. I told them I love them. They're a great family.
Are you cool with the stepdad? You're good. He's good.
Yeah,
dude?
he's a very cool guy. He's
Call him on the phone like 2 hours before.
He's a trucker now. He used to be a former sheriff's deputy. He's really cool guy. So
you better he'll shoot your ass. You better do the right thing.
Yeah. Trust me. I know what
don't
I'm
hurt it. Don't hurt his daughter. It's weird when you marry somebody's daughter. I mean, that's why I'm glad I have 2 sons. It's tough. Everybody jokes, man, I'll kill you if you do, man. You better not hurt her, But every dude that I know jumped on everybody's daughter they could when they could and didn't care. And in the second they have one, they're like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. It's like, it's always the broken record. I'm like, look, at some point, your daughter is going to be away from you, maybe only 2 miles away from you, maybe, in a subdivision, in a cul-de-sac, in the back of somebody's car, a car you don't even like. It could even be electric. And she's got her feet up on the windshield, and her toes aren't painted, and it's nothing like it. And you're not even in a thought in her head. And I'm glad I don't have to live through that. I'm glad I do not have to ever live through that. My 2 sons, I'm like, thank God. But congratulations.
Oh, dude, I gotta tell you this. So I walked her in, and as I said, I was videotaping the whole thing. And at some point, you know what? I was thinking about this. I think this could work. Nobody's seen the video except her and I, or her and myself, whatever the fuck the grammatical thing is. So nobody's seen the video except us. And I walked her in and had her set everything down. And I walked her over to a corner that's like right there. And I said, just stand here real quick. And I asked her this later. I said, when did you know it was going to happen? She said, when I turned and looked and I saw that you were videotaping this.
Well, of course. Either that or you're about to have weird sex. When you adjusted the lighting, when you adjusted the lighting and made sure the cameras were running, stay right here. Yeah, I think that's a pretty big hint. Yeah.
Yeah, and so knowing that I'm videotaping this, knowing that I asked her mom, knowing that I'm going to do this, it's her 30th birthday and everything just.
So you did it on her 30th birthday?
Yes. And like knowing everything going on, I had this entire script in my head, exactly what I was going to say, and then get down on a knee and pull this ring out of my pocket. And I literally walk her over and I said, I was like, you might want to stand a little bit further over here. And that was when she turns and looks at the camera. And I just go, fuck. I literally said, fuck.
You're not supposed to say that when you ask somebody to marry you.
Exactly. And then I said, I fucking love you. And then I stopped the whole thing and said, I should not be using the F word right now.
Reset, and we're redoing this. Hello.
Yeah.
Lighting, take 2.
And I was extremely nervous, and I got down on a knee, and I pulled the ring out, and I asked her to marry me, and she goes like, yes, blah, blah, blah. And everything was good, and the nerves all went away. I knew the answer. And then later that night, we rewatched the video. I never asked her to marry me. I literally got down on a knee, pulled the ring out.
Fuck. You can't
pull the ring out, and I didn't say anything.
By the way, you can't send that to local news outlets now that you've tainted it with your horrible language. Yeah, that's funny. I like the birthday thing. I asked my wife on my birthday, so because I knew that.
Oh, hell yeah!
I knew that would throw her off because it's my day.
Come on.
Instead, I made it about her. Well, she said yes. The good news is I'm sure you're going to do a 1-year engagement, find locations, or maybe you're going to do it under a tent with a snake charmer in the middle of South Georgia. I don't know where you're getting married. You know what? But if you do that, it's weird. It's way weird. But the good news is that you don't have to invite as many people because there's snakes. And secondly, the overhead's low. It's a tent. and nothing screams a better opportunity to bring in fast food. You could do this wedding on the cheap and film it, and it could actually go viral. I would dig it. You know,
Well,
you could have
people were
a
like,
$2,000
is
wedding.
Southside coming to your wedding? I was like, well, I'll invite him. I don't know if he'll show up. I can't
Yes,
promise anything.
if you invite me to your wedding, of course I'm going to come. Of course I'm going to come. You know, definitely. I just, I just can't believe it. I'm in shock. I'm in shock. It's like I used to be the wild guy. Now I'm settled down guy, and I'm finding my wildness back again. How do you do wildness married? And then I'm like, wow. The cool thing is Brett Barney's always going to come up with some weird shit. Now Brett Barney's about to be a good person and be married. But you know what? Married, you're still wild. It's once you have a kid or two, that's when you're like, oh my God. Because you're too used to not cussing. You're too used to always saying what you should be doing. Don't say that. What should you do? All right, say bye-bye. You know, everything's proper because you want to teach your kid the right ways. You know? And then I get on this podcast with you and I feel like I'm working with the devil.
No, I mean, I'll be honest. The reason I asked her is because she kind of knows who I am and the way I am. And I was like, this is what it's going to be.
Well, you're conservative. You like get drunk.
Oh my God. She's way more conservative than I am. So
God
I'm not the one going out to the Trump rallies.
Yeah. You're like, I'll like it, but I'm not going. No. And
I'm more like, I got shit to do.
Y'all are both fans of the bedroom. I mean, there's no doubt it's a healthy sexual relationship you two have. It looks like she teaches you the right ways. Like you do some things like you should have done, maybe next time, think about this. So in other words, you have a good influence, which is good.
Yeah. I got to figure out a way to dub that video with all my F words out of it.
Yeah, I don't think your mom will be happy about that. I'm actually disgusted.
No, you should be. Get out of here, dude. Yeah. Honestly, it was the most nervous I've ever been in my life. You know, I've not like you been on stage, like introducing Metallica, but like I've introduced bands and stuff. And when I was doing like country music, and it didn't matter. I was just on stage, you know, this, you know, band, it was, you know, with Big Machine and yada, yada, whatever. And I shook a little bit, but I was never nervous, you know. And
I don't get nervous
stuff, and I shake a little bit, but once like you get a second or two in, like it clicks, you know. You just start being yourself and performing. I was nervous the entire time. I've never been nervous like that in my entire life. It was absolutely insane to me. It was a different feeling. It was awesome.
That's love, baby. It's love, baby. What I'm talking about. Are you in love? Love. I will tell you that speaking of love, I just want to move into Christmas. Hey, congratulations. I just want to
thank you.
Do I need to take a commercial break? Because this is pretty big. Do you want to take a commercial break early?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, we're going to quit talking lovey-dovey with Brett Barney, who we're all happy who is engaged. But he is off the market. Details will come throughout the year on locations to send gifts, prizes, whatever you want to call them. Or maybe you get an invite. I'm going to film it. I'm going to film it like I'm TMZ. I'm going to go TM Steve with it. I'm going to get every little thing I can. But I just want to say I've already got drunk with my neighbor next door, so I'm currently intoxicated. And my wife graduated from Auburn, so I'm drinking her cup. And I know you're an Alabama guy. I apologize, but I just want to say cheers from the University of Auburn, or actually it's Auburn University, right? Auburn University to you, Brett Barney, and your lovely wife to be. Cheersy. Now, at this time, the Come On Show will take a break. And here's one of our proud sponsors, and he's a great guy. And he can do it in person. He can do it online. He can Zoom you, be on your phone. But, you know, these are crazy times. You're having a tough time with life. Go to Ridgeline Counseling, Dr. David Markwell, and here he is to speak with you.
I'm David Markwell with Ridgeline Counseling. The current situation we're in is bringing all kinds of issues into our lives, everything from stress and anxiety to frustration, bouts of depression and loneliness. Well, we're here to help at Ridgeline Counseling. You can reach us at 770-993-9700, or you can email us at ridgelinecounseling@gmail.com. Currently, we're offering telemental services through video and phone platforms, and in a few weeks, we'll be transitioning back to in-person office visits. In the meantime, stay safe. We'll get through this. Yeah, come on.
And we're back, the Yeah Come On show with myself, Southside Steve, and Brett Barney, my co-host, who is now engaged. Wow, who knew? Brett Barney off the market. I guess it really doesn't matter about you. Nobody probably gives a damn you're off the market, but your girl's pretty damn hot. I'm sure there's some dudes trying to
Oh,
run
dude,
that.
people
dick.
got to be pissed about that. I had
Yeah.
a couple exes hit me up, and I showed them to her. I don't know why did I show them to her.
I don't know.
Probably just dumb and celebrating drinking too much champagne, and yeah.
It's weird. For 2 years, maybe 3 years, it still happens every once in a while. We'll be at a restaurant, public place, concert, and I look at my wife, go, "Yeah, what's the next?" And I don't know. Sometimes I tell her, sometimes I don't. It doesn't really matter. She doesn't care. She's not a jealous person. God knows she's not. But every once in a while, it's just weird. Depends on if there's an introduction. If there's an introduction, then I might tell her, like, okay, yeah, that girl that said hello, yeah, I used to hit that a bunch, but whatever. And the funny thing is like, I'll tell my wife, and I'm like, she's probably not telling her husband or boyfriend or whatever. It's like everybody's cool with Southside Steve until you find out he hit your stuff. At least that was my life. Now that life is gone. But I will say I got a phone call I guess it was about 8 months ago, from a flight attendant that used to work for, God, what was it? Atlanta. It was an Atlanta airline. I can't believe I'm blank on it. But she called me, and she's like, "I'm in town." And we used to knock boots, and I got introduced to her by a listener. And this chick was a super freak and just loved, all she wanted to wear was a pair of heels and nothing else. And it was just like, it got medieval a couple times. And it's one of those things that she lived out of town. She flew in to see her friend, and she was from like Kentucky or some shit. And then she moved to Kansas City. But this chick thinks I'm still single, and she's like, "Hey, you want to get together?" I'm like, "I got a wife and 2 kids. You take care."
Jesus.
She goes, "What?" And I just sent her text, and I could have just ignored it. And I was like, I had her number still on my phone. So the second that happened, I'm like, delete the number, delete it. It's gone, past gone. But it was funny to write that.
Hey,
But
I know this is a super side note. You know who's going to consummate the marriage?
who?
Say, yeah, come on, guest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, consummate. Consummate
Like
means,
he's gonna not I guess not consummate.
no, consummate means
He's gonna be the
sex.
one
Wait,
banging them, banging us.
who-
No. He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be
gonna marry you
the
to.
preacher or whatever. But
That's
he's
what
not.
that's what I do. I'm licensed to do that too. It's funny. I've done
Oh,
it for-
then I might have to put you in line as number 2 if he backs out.
you can
I
do it.
think
I
you
married. I married our producer Nate and Alexis on our show on Bailey and Southside,
So
and I was the first one to marry 2 lesbians in Atlanta that I knew of.
so Mike Brooks is gonna do it.
That's a good one. I love Brooksy. I'm a big fan of Mike Brooks. Big fan. So that I think that's way cool. If Mike Brooks has the flu, or he gets shot saving somebody's life, yeah, I'll do
Bring
it.
in the South Side. Bring in the South Side.
God, Dave, we got a quick change. Mike Brooks has saved the lives of 100 people and got shot in the ass. We need Southside. No, Mike Brooks is a hero. He's my
Somebody
man.
just blew up another RV in Nashville.
No, good God. Well, I just got a note that we left my neighbor just put my son's drinky cup on our porch. I left it. I got drunk at my neighbor's today. I just haven't gotten drunk in a while. So there you go. My wife answered, so everything's good. So I will now answer. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thank you. All right, cool.
So we're heading into the new year, but
Yes, we are.
We got to look back a little bit because we've missed a few weeks. We've been busy. Let's talk Christmas.
Well, Christmas, I love Christmas. First off, it's like my most favorite time. And I'm going to tell you, Christmas was rocking. Christmas, number one, is awesome when I was a kid, as a teenager, as an adult. I got pictures bringing Christmas in with like 9 different chicks over the years, but nothing is better. Nothing is better than Christmas with your kids, especially when you got a 3-year-old and he's starting to get it. Oh my God, I loved it. So this was actually probably the best Christmas as far as gift giving, especially from my in-laws. My father-in-law paid off his big old house where a butler answers the door, and he had the biggest bonus ever in the history of him, and he was shameless. And I say thank you to my father-in-law. My mother, who's on a budget because she's knocking on heaven's door. I just said, just send my kids something and I don't need anything. So there you go. And my mom, I tried to buy her a gift. She made me donate to my brother's camp. She's like, just donate money to charity in my name. That's it. And I'm like, how much? She goes, $200. She even had a number. I'm like, okay, that's what I'll do. So that's it. But I got out easy. But no, I spent this Christmas, I'll go ahead and tell you, the Rickman family drop. This was like a $5,000 for me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got burned. I got my wife some really nice chairs from Restoration Hardware. That'll burn a brother. She wouldn't even let me take a picture of the truck out front and put it. She goes, no, don't. She goes, that's too expensive. I'm not that type of person. I know you love to joke about these things, but no, these are just the chairs I wanted. This is all I want for Christmas. Well, then she had a second thing she wanted for Christmas, and she wanted it more for her, I think, than my son. I bought a spring-free trampoline and had that son of a bitch put together on December 23rd, and we had to put sheets up, literally on the windows.
I want to talk
wrapping
about
paper.
this. Can we talk about this?
Yeah,
Can we,
you can.
legitimately. Okay. What does your kids say when they look outside at the windows and then now they're all covered?
We told him we were having work done, and we have work done in the house here and there. My wife, when we bought our house, she goes, it's a blank canvas. God knows it is, and she wants to paint on it whenever we can, but she's smart about it. She's not breaking the bank. But we literally put up sheets.
Why'd you not put it in Neighbors?
Because they build the damn thing, and it's like, I don't want anybody carrying my trampoline around town. And I'm just like, screw it. And he goes out. He would have seen it at my neighbors. I would have had to put that thing 5 houses down. And then I would have
You
had to
could put the kids across the street that shoot each other with the BB guns.
Maybe I could have done that. But here's the thing.
Pay each of those kids $20. They carry that shit over for you.
Well, they'd have to carry it because Daddy can't lift over 10 pounds.
Hell yeah.
You realize,
$20 to those kids?
I know.
That's a buttload of BBs. That's maybe a new gun to shoot each other with.
My doctor's like, do not lift over 10 pounds until after the new year when I tell you you're okay due to your eye. And then my other doctor's telling me, don't lift over 10 pounds because I had a vasectomy. I'm like, nobody wants me to lift over 10 pounds. I'm like, my son, the smallest one, weighs 15. I'm going to stretch it. Okay. I'm picking his ass up. I won't pick up Brooks, but I'll pick up the small one. But no, so yeah, I had to make, they build it and they did it. Guess what our time slot was? December 23rd from 7 to 9 a.m. These dudes call me and they're pretty slick about it. And they're like, Mr. Rickman? I'm like, yes. He goes, are we on speakerphone? I go, we are not. He goes, okay, it's spring free. I just want to let you know, sir, we're on our way. We have a marked vehicle. Would you like us to park down the street? I'm like, he's 3. He does read. He scares me. He'll probably be able to read it. But I said, you can park in the driveway. We'll keep them indoors. And he go, we have a drill. Do you want me to call you before we drill so you can make some noise? And he doesn't hear it. I thought they were extremely professional. And this is spring-free trampoline off Roswell Road. Tell them Southside Steve sent you, man. These dudes are solid. These trampolines are badass. But my wife loves it, so that was kind of her gift too. So we put up like I said, the sheets and all that. And then we go to bed Christmas Eve. We take down everything. So Christmas morning, he doesn't comment on any of the stuff being off the windows. And it was so weird living in a house, not being able to see outside for 2 days. So weird. And finally around lunchtime, he kind of caught a glance and saw it and freaked out. And then we're like, we had no idea Santa brought you a trampoline. And it was great. Went out and it's been a thing ever since. He loves it.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you an honest truth?
Hmm.
So when we were dropping your gifts off and we waved to the camera, we were walking down your sidewalk back up to my car. My girl goes, "Can we go in the backyard and jump on the trampoline a little bit?" I was like, "There's no way I'm getting on a trampoline."
I would have said sure, but if you
She
break your
wanted
back,
to.
yeah, don't come after me. You, as far as I know, you broke into my trampoline. They even have a lock when you go on vacation, so if somebody sneaks in your yard and jumps on it, it's not your fault. It's
Well,
like there's insurance issues with this thing.
I had the torn ankle for so
Hmm.
long. I was like, I'm not jumping on anything.
Oh yeah, and my
I just
doctor's
want to
like, do not
walk.
jump. I just want to
Like,
walk. I want to be healthy, but my wife gets on it, and she was on Chattahoochee High School. She was on the '92 and '95 state championships. She's got the big rings, and they
there's
were
no
like,
way it was 92, 95, just so you know. It'd be
uh,
like 2002,
what did
2003.
I say? That's what it is. 2002 and
Yeah, I was gonna
2005.
say she's closer to my age because we used to party with the same people.
Yeah, 2002, 2005, when Chattahoochee won the state championship, she was on the team. Her middle sister, who is a UGA cheerleader, is like, can do anything. She bounces everything else, but they didn't win it the year that she was at Chattahoochee. And the younger sister didn't either. So Amanda's the only one with the rings. But she's doing all these flips and all this stuff. I'm like, good God, honey, you still got skills, baby. And then here's the kicker. I'm thinking her father and mother. I saw it when we went over to the house for Christmas. There was in the corner, and it was covered up with blankets. But I saw, I'm like, that's a damn television. That's a TV. So I'm thinking my in-laws bought me a TV. Well, the big gift comes. They give me the stand. They take me out. It's an 86-inch badass anything. I mean, this TV talks. It talks. It's crazy. You hang it, can curve, it can be straight. It does whatever it wants. And I'm like, hell yeah. Then I find out that the only reason it was at their house, they had it delivered there, was because they didn't want me to know, obviously. My wife couldn't hide it, obviously. And secondly, my father-in-law, who's really good at bargaining and knows, high tech stuff, he is the one that found me the ultimate TV and negotiated the price. So my wife's like, yeah, we got to pay for that. I'm like, what? My mother-in-law, 2 days after Christmas, Venmos me like for $2,800. I'm like, what the hell?
Oh, that's the $5,000 Christmas.
No, no.
Oh, so it's an $8,000 Christmas.
Eh, yeah.
Damn, son. I would say that my Christmas was cheaper, but 2 days later I gave a ring and yeah, brutal.
Yeah, I'm going to say you spent more than I did.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
I'm not gonna say.
Yeah, but you know what? It's like one of those things that I've had Christmases where I bought for 20 people on $210, and I grew up so damn lower middle class. It's not funny. I mean, we were the ones that the church gave money to make sure we could pay our water bill. We were the ones that we had cans with dents in them with no labels, and you would open up to see what it is. If I got a brand name cereal, that was cool. I was eating Kaboom and Rice Hecklers instead of Krispies, where they made noise, but they were like heckling people. So my Rice Krispies said, "Shit, you suck." Not, but no, it's just like, and then you have these. I'm also 55 years old, and you bust your ass, you work hard, and and you find yourself spending money. But the thing is, and I told my wife, I said, that's a lot, and there's somebody out there going to think I'm like super crazy rich. I'm like, dude, look at where I live. Go over one subdivision, see what the hell's going on over there. There may be 3 cars in the driveway with ribbons on them, and they're all Land Rover, Range Rover, Rover. I'm like, it's just, there's always somebody spending a shit ton more and a shit ton less. But my thing is, without getting too sappy, is I donated money, and I just want to make sure. I just don't want any kid not having something under the tree. That's
Oh,
my thing.
dude,
That would break my heart. I just want to give. But we're lucky that we got a couple of things. But then you back it off. But we had a couple items come in that were big ones that we've talked about. So finally, it all hit at once, and it was a great Christmas. Probably our best Christmas ever.
Dude, I'm with you. I looking back at my childhood, there were Christmases where I remember the Christmas where the N64 came out, and we were in Minnesota at my grandfather's house where my mother was born, and there was an N64 underneath the tree and a TV, and I like teared up as a kid. I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And then there were Christmases where like, and this is the legitimate, honest truth. We got a Coleman cooler lunchbox just full of just random crap. Like,
Yeah.
but like,
Yeah.
you know, some years are good, some years are bad. And that's just
Yeah.
how life
And
is. But there was never a bad Christmas.
No, the thing is, as long as there's love, man, and everybody's having a good time, and you get one of those hot button gifts, at least something that you want. You know, I look back at my bicycles. All my bicycles were painted by my mom or my dad. They were all used bicycles until probably I was 14 years old when I got my first brand new bicycle, and it was a Huffy Thunder Road. You know, so it's like it is what it is. But I will tell you, you know, speaking of good gifts, I don't know about you, but I got one horrible gift.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've got one.
This is a Richard Simmons Chia Pet gift.
Oh.
I hate it. I hate it.
Dude,
You know who gave it? You know who gave it to us?
Who gave it to you?
One of our sponsors. I want to thank Ted Jenkin of Oxygen Financial, and known for the shrimp tank, seen on CNN and Headline News. One of my besties gives me that. I'm like, I can't believe you did that, bro. But then he also gave me those Creed colognes, but he gave me that thing too. I was like, what the hell? And then the last thing before I see yours, this is one of my gifts that I get my kids, and it's Chinese. Everything I got came from China, so there's two things still on the way because I buy everything on Facebook. And my wife's like, "You're not allowed."
I still have a necklace for her coming in from China.
Yeah, my wife said
Said it was
anything
delivered on the
Facebook,
16th. I ordered it in November.
Yeah, track it and see where it is. It's in weird places. The one thing that I got her, which was a ceramic egg maker, and she's like, "Why'd you get that?" I said, "It looked good." And I watch you make eggs all the time. So I thought you'd microwave it. She goes, "Steve, I would never eat a microwaved egg. It might work for you." And I'm like, God. And then I got her online one of those, it's called the, oh God, I have to look at my phone. I'm glad I don't know the name because I don't want them coming after me. But it's a camera inside a Q-tip. So it's Alex Glade. It's Glade something, but you put a Q-tip and there's an app on your phone where you can see inside your ear as you're picking your ear. And I thought it was a high-end great gift, and she uses Q-tips like crazy, and she thought it was stupid. She wants to send it back.
Oh,
yeah. So that's it. That's it on me. The best and the worst. Obviously, my 86-inch TV is the boner of all boners, which I haven't put in yet. And my kid got a trampoline, and my wife got the chair she wanted. Everything else is just blessings. You know, I got 2 great rock glasses from a company I love. I'm wearing a pair of underwear. Dude, you got to wear this underwear. Hold on, let me show you this. Trust me.
Can I get a new pair, not an old pair?
Yeah, I get you a new pair.
Oh, there you go.
So they're called
Steve, I'm engaged.
I know. Pair of
Perrier.
Thieves. No, they're just called Pair of Thieves, and I think they're like, they may even be a Target brand, but I normally wear Lululemon everything, including my underwear. And I started wearing these, and I'm like, oh my God, I love them. Oh, by the way, check my belt out.
What's that, Quicksilver?
Yeah, it's called Dick Belt. There's literally a penis inside my belt. See it?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
dude.
I got skills, babe. God, I can't even see with my sunglasses to get my belt back in. All right, there it is. So tell me about Brett Barney's Christmas. What happened at your Christmas? Besides, good God, I just belted my cord in.
Nice.
I swear, man, I'll be so glad when I can see again. Oh God. All right. Okay. So what happened for your Christmas? Besides getting engaged, did you get a good gift, bad gift, Great gift. What?
All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Dude, I just broke the seal on that last piss. I'm gonna pee in 10 seconds, and then I'll be right back.
You're leaving our podcast to go urinate? Do you realize we took a commercial break for you early?
I'm
my
telling you. I'm
God,
telling you.
son.
Dude,
Bring a jug to the table and
dude,
let's
I'm
be
thinking about peeing in my dip cup right now. Give me 1 second.
and you're dipping. I just want to apologize to everybody on the Yeah Come On show. That was Brett Barney leaving. I don't even know if he's ready for marriage. I'm assuming he is. I can literally hear him urinating. But you know what? This happens. We all do it. We all do it. Brett Barney just does it more than the rest of us. And I do like the Yeah Come On show background. I dig it. I need to put that on mine too. But anybody listening, we appreciate it. We're sorry. It's been inconsistent, but I promise you we will release a show every Friday at 1 o'clock. Promise, 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 promise. Flushed. Didn't wash your hands though, did you?
Didn't wash my hands. I'm sorry.
I don't
I'm
worry about
trying
it.
to fast. I told you I had to pee.
That was good, dude. I'm glad you did it. So tell me about your Christmas.
Okay, so I gave one of the best Christmas gifts, I think. In my mind, I found this picture of it's basically me, my brother, my dad, and my 3 cousins and my uncle that were all here. We were all known as the boys, and we were all decked out before a Bama game, and I had the whole thing like put on a big canvas, and I gave it to my uncle because like he's got like the pool room and the bar and everything downstairs, and he opened it first, and he was just like, cool, you want to make me tear up immediately, or like what are you trying to do? So I thought I gave one of the better gifts. For my gifts, my girl gave me a bunch of gifts, and one of them I was opening up the second to last, and it was drill bits. And I turned and looked at the last gift, and I was like, I'm not going to open that. It's a drill. I know what it is. You know
what it is. If you got me drill bits, I know you got a drill. That's where a good gift giver selects the order in which things come. You should have opened the drill first.
And then the bits. And then I was just like, I'm not opening that because that means that I'm going to have to work my ass off hanging stuff and doing stuff. This gift says your Saturdays are gone or Sundays.
Yeah. No, totally. You're right. She's gonna work you to death. I got a socket set, so I know what you're talking about.
But I actually got a gift for her and myself, and it just came yesterday. So this is after Christmas. I was like, sweet, so glad this came in. I bought this back in November. Came from China.
Oh, is it those blankets that you sit in when you're watching movies on the couch?
Oh no, it's way worse. I saw this on an Instagram ad one night drunk at a brewery and thought this would be a fantastic gift. It is a face mask Santa beard. I was like, oh my God, this is going to be hilarious for Christmas. Here's the problem. They put the mask underneath the mouth hole.
Yeah.
So here, when you put the mask on, I'll do this for anybody that watches this show on YouTube. You should be watching right now.
Watching. Oh my God.
So you can see that my nose isn't covered, but once I cover my nose.
Now it looks, well, yeah. If I see your eyes, it works because there's the mustache, but I don't see your nose. So yeah, it's weird. It doesn't work. I've got a Santa hat.
The beard is in my eyes.
Yeah. That sucks.
The worst gift I've ever bought.
It was a bad gift. And here's the thing. Will we even be going through a pandemic next Christmas? I hope not. I don't know when you're going to wear this.
I'm not going to be wearing this. Actually, I think what I was going to do, because I knew it wasn't coming on time, is I was like, that'll be funny. I'll wear it in May.
Oh, well, you tried. Oh, I forgot to tell you. And they are different than my Beats, which I bought like 8 years ago, and I've even put like new headphone covers. I was telling my father-in-law, and he thought a good good broadcaster needs a good headset. So I've got Sennheisers. So
Yes.
that's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a new pair of Sennheisers.
Oh,
So
dude, 280 Pros. That's all I wear.
yeah, so I'm
That's what I'm
wearing.
wearing right now. Oh, we
I'm
have the
wearing
same headphones on, 280 Pros.
God dang, who knew? You know what? This did not happen by accident. I call it fate. Fate. Yeah. Dang.
Here's a question though. So Steve, you've got this 500-inch screen TV,
Which
and
I only
it
asked for
costs
80.
you $4 million on Venmo, as
Yeah.
we figured out. No,
Yeah.
so $2,800. You got, was it 87 inches? What'd you say it was?
Well, no, it's 86, and just so
80.
you know, the 86 is going to go downstairs where the 70 is. The 70 is going to go upstairs in our bedroom where the 55 is, and the 55 is going to go in this room I'm sitting in now.
Okay, now what do you do with the TV box? Like, you put it out on the curb? Hey,
No.
everybody, I just
No,
got
no.
a massive television.
No, in this neighborhood, I can do it. Nobody's going to steal. They're like, I've already got 486s anyway. It's about time you got one, Steve. Seriously. But there have been neighborhoods I've lived in. Had you done that, somebody would have broken into your house within a week. Everybody looks at the cardboard. You know, most people crush it. They put it in the recycle, but every once in a while you leave out the boxes. So my neighborhood knows my wife got All Clad, a couple pieces. She loves All Clad for her, you know, cooking and all that. And she got a really big cooker, an All Clad cooker. And that box is out there. They know my son got some Legos. Those boxes are out there. But yeah, people look at your boxes and they kind of like, oh, this is what they got for Christmas, to kind of assess what's going on in your home. And yeah, you got to watch it. So I'm going to take the TV box and probably take it to a neighborhood across the street and leave it there. I'm like, you're not coming into my house. So I will take the empty, or I'll take the empty box because there's no way to crush it. It's too damn big, and to stick it in a trash can. So I got one neighbor that it'd be kind of funny to put it at his house. I may just do that as a prank. But you know, the cardboard guys come about 2:00 in the afternoon, and the trash dudes, man, they're there at 7:30 a.m. They get the trash early. My trash dude had a conversation with me. I tipped him. He goes, your trash can smell pretty bad. It's because my wife's putting all poopy diapers in it, loose. I'm like, honey, you get a bad poopy diaper. She doesn't want to put it in our containers in the house because it makes the room kind of smell. So I've caught her walking outside and throwing it in our trash can. I'm like, man, that might be fine on a 40-degree day, but you know what? It's 60 or 65. That cooks. It cooks. And it gets into plastic, and you're going to kill a trash man out there. But you're right. I don't know about you, but you got to watch what you put out. So I will tell everybody from the Yeah Come On show, if you got a high-end item, if you got a nice something, don't put it out, you know, where people can see your cardboard, or don't put out something that the neighbors' kids are going to want to play. The kids catch things. If your kid got one of those driving trucks or Jeeps or something, and you got the box and you stick it out there, little Timmy down the street will be in his car seat and pass and go, oh, mommy, I want to go to Brooks' house and ride in his car. Next thing I know, you know, the whole neighborhood's wanting to drive my kid's car, and then somebody scratches it and pisses me off.
Yeah, as opposed to putting a massive trampoline out back. So
yeah, that box they took with them. I'm like, take your trampoline box with you. Take it. Take it. I don't want it. There's already several kids that know. I'm like, here we go. And I got to decide, do I do some paperwork from one of my attorney buddies to cover my ass or what? I'm like, you know, I want to believe everybody in this neighborhood's pretty straight up. If a kid breaks his face, don't sue me. Don't. The trampoline's awesome. It's on your kid. Don't come after me. That's come after me.
Well, I will say the best Christmas gift that I got is I woke up on Christmas morning, and I know you know about this, that I actually had a COVID scare going right into Christmas, and I had texted you and sent you a picture because I took a selfie while I was getting COVID tested. And I know you've gotten COVID tested. It was, and it's something that, like, personally, like, I didn't want to do, but I had to do it for one, my family, two, my job, you know, three, the lady just who I'm around, to try and figure this out. I actually didn't think the COVID test was that bad. One, but two, I tested negative, and that was awesome after spending an entire night with my family.
Ugh, yeah. I mean, that's the greatest gift there is being around family. You're right. My nephew got stuck at Auburn, and he's got COVID. And, he's just like, he wasn't home for Christmas, and it sucks. And he got it from one of his friends. They were late night poker playing, and it's like, I don't know, 5 out of like 8 kids got it. And they were all, went back to their dorms or their houses. I'm like, a lot of people think we're all going to get it. And I'm like, I don't know. I haven't gotten it yet. You haven't. I don't want it. I got a neighbor down the street that got it, and there's side effects that you hear. It's like she has issues. And I'm like, with her heart and stuff. I'm like, don't even want to catch it,
Oh, I was talking to a guy the other day, and he told me, I had COVID. It wasn't that bad. The only bad part was I lost sense of taste and smell, and I felt terrible for about 3 days, but the taste and smell was gone for 6 weeks.
I know somebody that lost taste for 6 months.
Oh my God. I was like, if I lost taste and smell for 6 months, 6 weeks, whatever, I'd weigh 150 pounds. I'd be like, all right, I'm going on a cleanse. I'm eating nothing but salad, because it doesn't matter at this point because I'm not enjoying what I eat. It's just food.
Yeah. The person
doesn't make any sense.
And the person I know, this doesn't want to talk about it, but it's like they got it in April and they're starting to taste food now, but it's still not perfect. I'm like, that sucks. You just don't know. It just affects people differently, I mean, we all got to go. That's the other weird thing over Christmas. Look at everybody. I mean, Phil Niekro, Atlanta Braves. This is a guy I was blessed to be around, especially in the 90s. I hosted a couple events with him, definitely one for Jezebel that I posted up. And then I had him in the studio, with Christopher Ruud and the Wake Up Crew. He came in right after he was a Hall of Famer. And, I got the jersey signed, and he wrote Nuxie on it. And I was like, but what a cool guy. And it's like, you start seeing all these people pass. Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island, gone. What the hell? Or sick. I don't know which. I think she died from COVID. But then again, I'm starting to wonder, everybody goes from COVID related issues. I don't know. I don't know. Did they have it? Did they just have was there, what's that? You either die of COVID or you don't. What's related issues? I don't know. So.
I'm with you. By the way, your Phil Niekro posts, they were definitely very touching. And then actually, it kind of hit home for me as a Braves fan. Just somebody that was an impact in the organization, and being a fan growing up and watching the team, and somebody that I never really saw but my dad, and hearing stuff about Phil Niekro, I thought it was pretty cool.
Well, and it was a thing too. Like I've done Braves fantasy camp a couple times, and certain Braves talked about him. There's coaches, people from the day, people played with Phil, are coaching. Were my coaches out there, and I won't toss names around, but they're like, let me tell you, when Phil was going to pitch the next day, and you knew he was pitching, say on a Friday, that Thursday night, we had to get him drunk. He pitched so much better with a hangover, and you're like, that is a great story. Those are the days, man. It's so great to hear, you joke with Phil about it and he'll laugh about it, and, back when he was still with us. But what a loss to the Braves organization, and what a great guy. And it just keeps hitting you, man. It's like, we're all getting a little older. We're all, and it's like, man, it's starting to hit me. I'm like, too many people are dying that I was watching on TV as a kid. I'm like, what the hell? I'm next. My generation's next. So I say keep on living, but I just want to thank everybody.
Just don't worry, Steve. I'm not going to steal Amanda. All right.
Okay. Don't. And if you're going to do it early. So I don't, so I can see my kids on the weekends. But, of course, I make jokes about my kids. I get in trouble, but nobody loves their kids more than Steve Rickman. I promise you that.
Oh, dude, you're the hero dad. That's why I sent you that picture.
Once again, I love it. Thank you so much. But we'll go ahead and end the Yet Come On show. For those that have been upset that we've been away, warms my heart. Go to yetcomeon.com if there's any Yet Come On stuff you want. I've already told my wife I want to sell some stuff cheap here going into the new year and get some people some Yet Come On stuff. And I don't mind taking a hit. I just want to share the love. Also, special congratulations to you, Brett Barney, my co-host on the Yet Come On show, for getting engaged. Fantastic. And special thanks to our sponsors. That would be OxygenFinancial.com, Circle285.com for all your insurance needs. Just get a quote from those guys. You'll be surprised how much money you can save. And lastly, David Markwell, Dr. Dave with Ridgeline Counseling. That is the Yeah Come On Show. I'm Southside Steve. Once again, Brett Barney, congrats. And Merry Christmas. And hey, man, if you're watching this, Happy New Year. Where it's New Year's Eve, baby. Tell me 2021 gets better. Tell me.